A pleasant good evening to you all. I am Shane Harris, and let's face it, if you're watching this at 11 o'clock at night or any day thereafter, then I should apologize because, after all, work calls and I must respond. So I hope next week's episode of Shane Harris Tonight will be on schedule, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, hopefully, if things can go right. I also want to take this time to pray for the best for the people living out in the Los Angeles TV market. They're dealing with probably the worst firestorm ever to hit the state of California, and especially at a very, very, very terrible time because it's a brand new year coming off the hottest year on record, and the Red Cross has partnered with several TV networks to launch their own .orgs and stuff. Redcross.org / one of the big four networks, either CBS, ABC, NBC, or Fox. Your choice all leads to one direction, that is, to help give them a chance to recover. And hopefully they can unbox a new beginning in the city of angels. Speaking of unboxing, from one side of the country to the other, over here it is cold, near Philadelphia. The same can be said in the American Greetings home city of Cleveland, Ohio. That company happens to be the part owners of this IP that would eventually become this cartoon that Wildbrain owns back in 2013, and let's just say it only ran one season, but they still own it regardless. Tonight's Shane Harris Tonight will focus on packages from Planet X. Now, this series had an idea and a creator born in the US, but the cartoon itself is Canadian. Now, Jeff Harder, a guy from the great state of Ohio, came up with this idea. What if this one kid would end up randomly doing stuff with these boxes that would end up causing craziness and other whatnot? Well, he pitched this idea to American Greetings based on a pilot short that I came across that dates back to 2008. And the result, well, they were given a green light, and for the next 5 years after that, development of a new TV show was produced, and guess what? Media DHX, aka Wildbrain, out of Vancouver, came up with this show, which aired on Teletoon in Canada and Disney XD in the US, and featuring Vincent Tong as the lead character Daniel Zembrowski, or simply Dan, who I gotta say, is rocking my favorite colors. Yes, the Pittsburgh black, gray, yellow, and white. The other two characters, Amanda and Milo, are basically his partners in crime. And let's just say things get really messy from there. Other than a very catchy theme tune and very good animation for its characters, and I gotta say the character design is pretty damn sharp for 2013, the writing on the show is very questionable, and there's a reason why it's been given a 5-something, excuse for my coughing, on IMDb. Now, first off, the series is a comedy, instead of being a full-fledged, storyline-driven cartoon that most people and critics drool about. And here in the US and in Canada, promotion for this series is abysmal at best. Now, you can find some Disney XD promos from the US and Latin America, but that's just about it. And even full episodes of it in its Latin American Spanish dub is available for free on YouTube. but it comes from a pirated source. If you're looking to support the show in its English form, well, you're gonna have to pay up, because Wild Brain wants you to buy the series. A series that has less than 30 episodes, 30 as in 30 half-hour episodes, excuse me, available in its entirety. So yeah, I would rather pass and head on to incognito mode and watch the show from a pirated source instead. So, isn't there much to say about this? Not really. Not much people know about it, and not much people really talked or cared about it. Though at least I'm here telling you some of this because, well, I do like some of the ideas they pitched, but some either came across as forced, or some of it just fell flat. And some are just kind of ridiculous. We're talking like ideas that could have worked if it was written as if, I don't know, season 2 of Wayside or Johnny Test from seasons 4 through 6. Kind of bad. I don't know. Series, the show right here gets a C+. The animation and theme song is basically its only saving grace from this point. So, at least I know about this show because in one particular video that Benzie Johnson did, aka his DNAce review, his first statement was, Canadian cartoons is like packages from Planet X. And he utters a line from the show's theme music. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but they'll always blow my mind. I feel the same way. You don't know what to expect from the people up there at all. Sometimes you actually get a show that looks promising but underperforms. Sometimes you get a show that looks terrible on paper, but it actually is good. And we have plenty of those here on Shane Harris Tonight. The previous 13 plus episodes and the rest that's coming your way here on this channel. As we reach towards the end of the series very soon, as I'm already excited for the Mayhem tournament that I created, which will kick off at the tail end of the month of May. So, our next episode of Shane Harris Tonight will focus on another Media DHX series. One that actually is, to my knowledge, a lot more intriguing, a lot more underrated, and also one that has a stronger bond with me because I actually watched it a lot more than this one. So, next week on Shane Harris Tonight, hopefully, Friday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, hopefully. I gotta bring it out. Hopefully, I hope you have your battle ball set, because Super Noobs is literally next week. Yes, that show that I promised as episode 7 of season 1 of Shane Harris Tonight, but never got to happen due to a technical error by the cable company. But guess what? I ain't backing down without a fight, am I? So guess what? That is next week. But for now, I'm Shane Harris. I'll see you next Friday night. Because Shane Harris Tonight is going all in on this 2015 series that is very important because, for once, it feels good to be stupid. Take care, and please pray for the people in LA. Good night.